Hello, and welcome to Your Vote Counts, a nonpartisan, public candidate interview service program designed to help voters get acquainted with the candidates vying for the 2025 special election races of Ward 6 for Salem City Council and Salem Kaiser School Board, positions 1, 3, 5, and 7. These interviews come to you through the producers at Capital Community Media with collaboration on questions from Association of University Women and the League of Women Voters, Marion and Polk counties. Interviewers are from League of Women Voters. All candidates for these races were invited, and all but one chose to participate. The candidates did not receive the 8 prepared questions ahead of time. Candidates were invited to prepare a 2-minute opening addressing their backgrounds and qualifications for the office, and a 2-minute closing. I'm Cindy Schnell from League of Women Voters, and I would like to introduce Logan Lohr, who is running for City Council Ward 6. Candidate Lohr, welcome.
Thank you.
And we look forward to your opening remarks.
Yes, thank you. Well, my name is Logan Lohr. I am running for Salem City Council. I've lived in Salem for 39 years. I'm a husband, a father of 4, and a proud blue-collar worker. The difference between me and the other candidates is that I'm not backed up by major political parties. I haven't taken a dime from special interest group. That means I'm not here to serve political agendas or donors. I'm here to serve you, the people of Salem. I'm running because for far too long, the most diverse part of Salem, the Northeast, have been overlooked and underserved. There's a clear socioeconomic inequity in our city, and it's time to fix it. Every neighborhood deserves equal investment, equal voice, and equal respect. I'll bring lived experience, not political ambition. I understand what hardworking families go through, and I'll bring honesty, integrity, and independent leadership to City Hall. Thank you for having me here, and I look forward to the conversation.
You're welcome. And now for our questions. The first one: what will be your main concerns to address if elected to City Council?
So my main concern will be the socioeconomic inequity that we have in the Northeast. We see that the Northeast is disproportionately served by the city of Salem. There's a increase in crime that has been published last year. 65% of the crimes that happen in Salem happens in the Northeast Salem. There's a service city distribution of unfair service to Salem. There's 70% of the apartments in Salem that are located in the Northeast. That's a large population that are in the Northeast Salem. There's a underserved community in Northeast Salem. As far as road cleanup and things like that, we see it done more in South Salem, West Salem than the Northeast Salem. Overlooked. We see that 90% of homeless shelters are built in the Northeast Salem. Investments, we see that Whole Foods and Trader Joe's are located in South Salem. And that's the socioeconomic inequity that we have in the Northeast.
Okay. And maybe this will further your point.
Yes.
The role of City Council members is to assist in the creation and adoption of policies for the City of Salem, such as the Salem Comprehensive Plan. Can you tell us about your past experiences in creating policies or plans for an organization?
So what my plan is for the Northeast Salem is because we have such a underrepresented neighborhood in Northeast Salem. Northeast Salem is also the lowest income population in Salem. So that means both parents are out of the house actually working and try to keep uh, um, shelter for the family and try to provide food for the family. And so we need, what I want to do is create some kind of mentorship for the kids in that area so they're not at risk of joining gangs or becoming lost in the educational system. As far as policies, I work with nonprofit organizations such as panels and doing things with my church groups for the past 17 years. So policies that would eliminate the socioeconomic inequity or segregation of the city will be something that I will be pushing forward and will be looking to do for the Northeast Salem.
Great. Okay, next question. How would you work with the county to accomplish projects to meet the transportation needs of a growing Ward 6 population?
That is very important because what we have is Chariot, which does a really good job, but we need more. The Northeast Salem are people who need more transportation because they can't get to places. The kids are impoverished. So let's just take my cousins for my brother's kid, for example, my nieces and nephews. When they're done with school at North Salem High, both of them take city bus home because their dad's at work and they can't get back home by walking. And so, yes, we need to a better transit system in Salem, and we need better transit system in downtown Salem, because downtown Salem doesn't have any good form of transportation. We look at our sister city of Eugene; they have a really good transportation, mass transportation in downtown. People can walk, people can bike, people can take that transit system in downtown without, driving. And that's what we need to eliminate in downtown Salem and the Northeast Salem.
Okay. Next question. Ward 6 has a large Hispanic Latino population. How does this demographic impact your constituent outreach and your decision-making processes? And what will you do to encourage participation and engagement on city issues?
We don't just have a large population of Latinos. We have a large population of Latinos and Asians in the Northeast Salem. Now, that goes back to what I've talked about earlier about the socioeconomic inequity. The Northeast, it's a poor part of Salem. Okay, so both parents are going to be working. Both parents are going to be working, so there's no adult supervision in the home. That's why I want to implement more of a mentorship program, work with local nonprofit organizations, churches, religious groups, to bring in leadership that will mentor their kids so that the kids don't fall in the traps of stagnant times to get themselves in trouble while their parents are at work. And so that's something that I will be doing, will be looking forward to, working with the city, working with the county to try to do what we can to break this social economic divide in our city, to bring these people out of poverty, give them a chance to go to college, give them a chance to thrive in life.
Okay. And regarding our budget, what is your approach to managing the city budget? And how would you prioritize spending, especially in these times of economic uncertainty?
That's a very good question. I think being involved in nonprofits such as churches, and I know people don't give cheerfully. Tax money are obligations by taxpayers to pay. People have to pay taxes, otherwise their home will be, yeah, will have liens on their houses. And so these are not church giving; these are obligations. That means, as city officials, we need to be good stewards of these monies that people give, and we need to spend it very wisely. We need to make sure that whatever we spent, we need to spend it like how we spend it in our homes, that how we value the money in our house. That's how we should value the money that the public give to us, and that's how I, as a city council, will be looking at the budget. Will be following what the city, how the city dispersed the fundings.
And as far as living conditions, this one talks about the parks that we have, and it asks, have you visited any of the local parks, and what is the park situation in your area? For example, the number of parks, the conditions of them, their locations, and any comments regarding the whole park situation for your ward?
Yeah. So I went to McKay High School, and then I transferred to North Salem High School the last 2 years of my high school. So I went to McKay High School 1991. Okay. McKay High School Park is the greenest area in the Northeast. And that park hasn't changed since I graduated. So 30 plus years, the park still look the same. The only difference is they took the play structure out of the cement hole and put it on the ground. Okay, that's the only difference that I've seen. In 30 years, the park they haven't done any improvement to the park. Now the other parks in my area, which is a Royalty Park, that park, the basketball court has cracked. There's nothing to be done about the basketball, the crack on the basketball court. There's a little paveway that goes around the little park so that people can walk. And when it rains, it's muddy and people can't walk on the paveway. So people walk in the grass with the mud. There's a lot of parks in the Northeast that have been underserved, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the Northeast is underserved. The biggest green space we have, the McKay Park, it's not taken care of, and we need to do better job with parks. We need to do better jobs with the Northeast Park. I mean, we see how much the city have invested in the Mental Brown Park. I mean, that's really kind of the heart of the city. But, I mean, we can do that throughout the city of Salem. We can beautify parks in Salem, not just focus putting money on one particular project.
Okay. The 2024 City Council policy agenda includes this vision statement, so I'm going to read the vision statement.
Sure.
It says, our vision is a safe, livable, and sustainable capital city with a thriving economy and a vibrant community that is welcoming to all. Do you feel like this vision is being met by council? And do you have any suggestions for how our community can achieve this goal?
Okay, good question. Thank you. So, it's great vision. I support the vision, but it goes back to what I'm saying earlier about the social economic inequity. Okay, Northeast Salem, we all see that when homeless people are in Salem occupying downtown Salem, they push the people to Northeast Salem, to Market Street. People are living under a bridge for a while, and people complained, including myself, complaining about the people under the bridge, and it's a sore eye. So they push it further north to Sunnyview, and the homeless population have been there since. And the city just kind of ignored it. Okay, that's the kind of inequity that we have. We have to build sustainable housings for people to be able to afford to live. My family live in Northeast Salem. Our education, it's not good. My wife and I made a decision to send our kids to Sprague. My wife had to stay home, drive our 3 kids to Sprague High School for their 4 years of high school. Okay, now all my kids did really well, and that's because the education in Northeast, it's lacking.
Well, we're out of time with questions. Candidate Lohr, you are now invited to share your 2-minute closing comments.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Logan Lohr. I lived in Salem for 39 years, raised a family here, worked very hard as a blue-collar worker. I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I feel unheard and want a change in our local governments. I'm running because our city council, I'm running for city council because I believe Salem needs a councilor who understands the challenges everyday family face. Someone who doesn't have political ties or a special interest group focus, but focus solely on the people. Because for far too long, the Northeast Salem has been underlooked and underserved, and the socioeconomic inequity is very prominent. So I want to bring real life experience, leaderships to City Hall that will fight for fairness, will fight for balance, will fight for the city, will fight for everyone, not just a selected few or the selected part of the city. So if you want someone who will stand up for your rights, stand up for what is right, I'm your candidate. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate Lohr, for our interview today and for sharing your thoughts. Also want to thank Capital Community Media for their extensive technology and producer skills used to create this program. Thank you to the League of Women Voters of Marion and Polk counties for the design and preparation of the program, and to AAUW to help with question development. And thanks to you, the public, for watching in order to be more informed voters. For more local, state, and national voter information on candidates and ballot issues, visit vote411.org. You have until April 29th to register to vote or to make changes. Ballots go out May 1st and will be accepted if postmarked on or before May 20th. In odd-numbered years, our May elections are for selecting representatives for local districts, such as school boards, fire and water districts, transportation, and cemetery districts. There are 915 special districts in Oregon. These districts are part of our daily lives and are filled by unpaid volunteers. Elections matter. Special district elections matter. Remember to vote because your vote counts.